so we are going to do under here. I know it doesn't look too bad, but it's very unorganized, chaotic, and I want to get it done. Hello and welcome. So we're going to get started underneath this cabinet. It's just amazing to me how quickly things can get unorganized, because I feel like we just did it when I was doing the minimalist series. We just organized this cabinet, but I didn't have baskets or anything to contain all of the things. So that's what I wanted to do. I knew that would help a lot, or at least I'm hoping. I'll keep you posted, but that is my hope. So I'm just going to take everything out. I'm taking every single item out. I was going to kind of just take it out and put it in the baskets as I go, but I wanted to clean everything out. I'm really happy I did. There were items in here I forgot that I had, and then we are going to wipe it down, and then we'll start organizing everything. But I just have so much excess. This is where I keep all of my, excess cleaning sprays, dish soaps, hand soaps, scrubbies, all of the things. Even in the back right there, I have some vases for flowers that I keep kind of random. Like this box that I'm opening up now, I totally forgot I had this. It was those, well, you'll see in a second, they're like the dust sponges, I guess you could say. I've seen them in a couple of videos other people have done, and I'm like, that'd be actually kind of neat, maybe for baseboards and different items. So I remembered I have them, and now we're going to try them out in another video coming up, I'm sure. So I'm just taking down, like I said, all of the sprays. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you have been well. I have been doing okay. This week was a super crazy busy week, the week of Valentine's. I think Monday or Tuesday I had an appointment, and then Wednesday Tyler had an appointment downtown for PT, and then the next day he had an appointment downtown for his post-op, and then Friday he had an appointment for PT. We have to go down there twice a week. So it was just insane, crazy running around. Thankfully this coming week, not so many appointments, but we'll see. We have a few. But he's doing great. He's recovering well. He feels pretty good. A little bit of pain, but not much. And he's getting around just fine. He's still in his brace, still in crutches, of course. That'll be for another 4 to 6 weeks, but he is recovering nice. He's kind of camped out downstairs, resting. And he has his TV set up, his PlayStation set up. So he's got his little station going, and that's where he hangs out and kind of just gets up throughout the day. So it wasn't horrible, but you could see that there were some, just some dust and some debris in here. So I wanted to go ahead and spray it and then just wipe it down with some paper towels. All right, so I have all of the items taken out. I'm going to cut off the tag from this basket. I just purchased these on the way home from Marshall's. They always come through with the baskets. I will say none of the baskets match exactly, but I kind of like that. Like I don't know, I guess I don't mind it. I'm not so picky. They have to be exact, but they're very similar. So anyways, we're going to get that tag off. We're going to now start getting things together and deciding what I want to use this basket for. So I decided I would use this one for all of my sprays. So I'm going to start just putting them in and figuring out how I want to organize them. I have my spring scents, so that's my lilac. I have some peony, I have mint, I have peppermint, I have the scents for fall. What is it? I can't think of it, but apple cider, that's the one. And it's my favorite for fall. So I have, obviously a lot of sprays. I think I bought these last year just so I kept running out, so I decided to just buy like a backlog, especially with the spring scents. My favorite scent, it's hard to say. It's either peony or the lilac, one or the other. And then of course I believe it's the apple cider vinegar scent from Mrs. Meyer's. I think that's what it's called. I'm sorry if it's not. But I think I also have like rose and mint, peppermint for wintertime. I think that's what I'm showing you now. Which one is this? Peppermint. So I was just trying to organize them, like the peppermint is going to go in the back, and then fall will come before Christmas this year. So apple cider. Okay. So I was close. I got it. So I'm going to put those more like the fall and Christmas on the left, and then the more spring scents on the right. I have obviously more of those left over since we just got through fall and Christmas. And then I have, I think, some Caldera, I think it is, or Caldera, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I have some other random sprays. We're going to put those in there too. And, now I kind of have a better idea of what I have, and they'll be organized and put into this container, which I'm really happy about. So they're not just sitting there, which, to be honest, this part wasn't horrible. I mean, you saw they were kind of tucked up on the right, but it's nice to have them in a basket and have them organized. So I'm going to take this second basket, and I decided I would put my Charlie. He's so funny. He's so cute. He's not even doing anything. I just think he's cute. I'm sure if you have a dog or a pet, you know what I'm talking about. They can just like exist, and you're like, oh, they're precious. This is the citrus. This is the dish soap. And I'm going to put all of the dish soaps in this container, and I'm going to, again, try to organize them by season. And I'm good. Honestly, these will last me all year, and I can almost guarantee I'm going to have plenty left over for next year. So I don't have to buy dish soaps or sprays for a while. I do go through hand soaps a lot. So you'll see in a second on the right, I'm going to put the hand soaps. Those obviously we go through like crazy. I used to have a lot more, but I need to purchase some more because I guess it's a good thing we wash our hands. But I keep them upstairs in my bathroom, obviously, in the downstairs bathroom, by the kitchen sink. And this scent is a lavender, and I want to say lavender and thyme, and I haven't used it yet, but anything, okay, I'm just kidding. Bergamot, I think. Bergamot is what it says. I haven't used that one yet, but you guys know anything with lavender, I'm obsessed. I love all things lavender. I have a Grove Collaborative lavender and something dish soap right now, and it is probably my favorite dish soap I've ever smelled in my whole life. It's literally my favorite. So the third basket I am going to use just for kind of random stuff. So again, this cabinet, I like to keep obviously all my extra like kitchen cleaning supplies and sprays, dish soaps, scrubbies, all of the things. And then my utility closet obviously is for like mops, for my steam mop, for my big steam cleaner, dusters, like the long poles, all of those items. So I have scrubbers here for like more detailing. I keep some extra gloves here, all of the things. I just don't want to shove it all under my kitchen sink because then it gets so unorganized, and I want what I use on a day-to-day basis under the kitchen sink, and then anything excess I can store under here. Hopefully that makes sense. So it's just like my backup supply. I've tried having it all under the kitchen sink, and it's just too chaotic. I can't handle it. You guys have seen it. If you've been around, you've seen that we've had it all under there and how insane it gets. So again, I'm just going to kind of put all the other random extra stuff in this basket right here. So I am going to now put the baskets under the little shelf right here, obviously. And I realized quite quickly, the whole point of doing this also was so that I could take the cleaners, well, one of the points, I could take the sprays off the top shelf and like put all the cleaners below the shelf and then the paper towels on the top. Somebody suggested that and I was like, oh, good idea. And then I realized right here, there was a reason that all of the sprays were not under this shelf. I was like, oh yeah, they don't fit. And I thought about raising the shelf, but I can't because then the paper towels won't fit at the top. So I'm just going to improvise. We're going to put the basket at the top, and like all of my hopes and dreams of having 3 cute little baskets at the bottom and all the paper towels at the top, we're done right now. It's fine. Like, I don't care. I was like, okay, we're just going to roll with it. And I also am going to do a little bit of rearranging. I noticed the left basket was a little bit longer than the rest of them, so I'm going to switch out the items. I do some rearranging here. I'm going to turn this basket sideways, just make it make more sense. I mean, this is part of decluttering and organizing. You're getting rid of things, you're playing around with the organizing and just seeing what works best for you. So I get this basket situated, and then you're going to see I'm going to switch the items in the other 2 baskets. I'm just going to switch them and do some rearranging, and then we are going to get the baskets situated. So just some random thoughts. How is the weather where you guys are? I feel like I'm always asking you guys, how's your weather? How is it where you are? Because Florida's just insane. You know what I noticed though? I feel like everybody, regardless of where they live, is always like, oh, the weather here is crazy. I've noticed that in a lot of places. Like, weather period, I guess, is crazy. I think a lot of us could probably say, regardless of where we live, one minute it could be rainy and then the next day it's like sunny and warm, you know? And then the next day it's cold. Probably quite a few of us could, but it's been so hot here in Florida. It's been in the 80s, even getting up to mid 80s. So I figured the cold weather was over. And then Tyler said something about it being cold next week. So I checked and I see mid next week, like late next week, Thursday, it gets to 69, and then Friday 62 and sunny. That's like the best ever. And then it's in the 60s for the next few days. So I'm really happy about it. I get not really annoyed. I say I get annoyed, but I don't really get annoyed with all my fellow Floridians when I see them complaining about the cold weather in Florida. I'm like, oh my God, leave it alone. Stop. Like, it just gets so hot and humid. Like, do you people forget how humid it gets? But I guess everybody's different. Some people like it. I prefer it a little chillier, but let me know how the weather is where you are. Today it was rainy and I think the sun is out right now and it's warm, but thankfully colder weather is coming, and it'll probably be our last cold front for a while until next December or January. In this basket, I just have all of our sprays that I go through, paper towels at the top, and I was going to put the sprays below, but I can't raise this any higher or the paper towels won't fit. So the sprays are just gonna have to go there. I put the basket there, which it works because I don't think, even if I flipped all the baskets, I don't think all 3 were gonna fit there, so it works out. And then here I just have like dish soaps, hand soaps. I do have my vases, and then that's the brush I use to like get in the vases. I keep it separate. And then of course, I forgot I have those duster sponges, which I'm excited about for spring cleaning coming up. Some power paste. Some of you have suggested using that on my oven, so I do have it. One day I'll get to it. And then just some extra scrubbies. So just like cleaning scrubbies and stuff. And then of course, dish pods, and I think back there an extra disinfectant wipe container. I have my trash bags here. I've seen containers or some type of container or organizer that holds the trash bags. So I might try to order that just to kind of make it look nicer. But I mean, honestly, I'm not worried about it right now. It's not a huge priority. The biggest thing is that it's organized and it's not all just thrown in here. It looks so much better, and it did not take long at all. And then here are just some things that were also in there. It's obviously trash, but these items I want to put under the sink. We're gonna hop over here to the sink really quick. We're not gonna be here long, but it does need to be kind of organized, and not organized. It's actually not bad at all. Things need to be restocked. So we're gonna clean it up just a little bit and do some restocking. So under here is not, underneath the kitchen sink is not really unorganized. As I said, I mean, we've seen it pretty crazy before. If you've been on my channel for a while, you know that this place has been a disaster in the past. I've been doing obviously pretty good at keeping it organized. However, some of these drawers were low, and I get annoyed because I go to get gloves and they're not in there. So I'm like, okay, girl, let's do some restocking. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna restock the gloves, restock. I'm so sorry if you heard that. I think my husband's got the four-wheeler outside. I'm trying to do a voiceover, this guy. Anyway, so we're gonna restock the Scrub Daddies, all of the things, get it, restocked and organized, and just freshen it up under here. here's my miscellaneous drawer. I have like goggles if I'm using any strong chemicals. Scrub Daddies, I'm kind of low on those. I need to order some, but they last so long and you can rewash them, so I'm really not worried about it. The one I have right now will last a while. And then I have this one, Magic Erasers. I'm glad I have a lot of those, and I use these a lot like during my spring cleaning. And then I have these sponges I finally restocked up on, and disposable gloves. And these are, I think at the bottom I have dusters for the actual Swiffer duster, and then I have my e-cloths for my appliances. And then here I have the sprays that I'm using now, just everyday stuff that I use. So sometimes I'll use Dawn Power Wash. I'm kind of low on this if I'm doing like a deep clean of the sink. I was using this spray. It does smell like a spa. And then this one, which is my favorite, Pink Grapefruit. I just wanted something different, so the other day I got this scent out. I think it's lime, citrus, just kidding. It's lime and sea salt. Anyways, so I'm kind of rotating between these three when I like spray the counters and stuff. And of course I have all the backup that I need. I'm running low on this lotion, so I put the backup here. This one's almost empty. I use this all the time when I'm done washing my hands. Of course, the Method wood cleaner I use for the island, some baking soda, disinfectant wipes. I usually keep the scrubber right there. I clean the sink with that, and it goes in this container. And also this scrubber, power scrubber I like, they go here. And then in this middle compartment I have my reusable gloves, and of course the dish pods go here. I love these things. 10 out of 10 recommend. They are awesome. I will link them below. Love them so much. So very simple, just kind of restocked. I've been doing pretty good at keeping up with it, so it's not really dirty, but just simple and practical. So the next area I want to work on is this closet. This is where I keep all of my cleaning supplies. This is actually pretty organized. I do have these in here. This usually does not go here. Somebody must have hung it. It usually goes on this hook, but anyways, this is what I want to focus on. I don't think it's going to take long though. So we're going to just take a couple minutes to organize that. That's the part that's a little messy. So I had my old Steam Shot that has been recalled. I have it in this basket and I needed to throw it away. You'll see that the cord, so the one on the left that I just put is my new one. And so obviously the basket on the right is just full of all sorts of stuff. I wanted to get rid of this one, this old one, go through what I have, you know, get rid of things. So the reason the cord is cut is whenever you do the recall, like to turn it in to get the new one, you have to cut the cord, take a picture of it, and submit that online with like an online form, I guess, to prove you're not just trying to get credit, like prove that you're actually not going to use the old one. And that's why it was cut. And so I'm just throwing it out. By the way, if you keep putting off doing all of that, just go ahead and do it. It was so easy. I didn't have to leave my house. I didn't have to mail anything off. You can do it all from home, pretty easy. And I like the Steam Shot. I've kind of been a little weary of it. Maybe not weary, but I wasn't too impressed. I tried to deep clean my trash can, and it was honestly easier just to use wipes to deep clean it. But I did recently use it on my washer and dryer to deep clean like the cracks there, and oh my gosh, it worked great. If you guys remember, that was a couple weeks ago. Anyway, so I'm just gonna get these baskets organized. It's like all my vacuum attachments, my Steam Shot attachments, all of those things, and then we're gonna get these organized, and then that is gonna be it for the organization today. I miss you guys. Obviously Tyler's recuperating, so I'm only able to do one video a week, like I said recently, but I do miss doing two. I feel almost kind of distant from you. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm thinking about you. I hope you guys are well. I hope you're taking care of yourselves. I hope life is going good for you. I'm hoping, once he gets back to school and, things settle down, I can get back to 2 videos a week. So that is the plan, but we'll see. Right now it's still just going to be one video a week, and remember, I'm going to be posting on Sundays from now on. But I really do hope you guys are doing good. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe if you enjoyed hanging out with me today. And I hope you guys have a great week. Miss you, friends, and I will see you soon.